Rahul Gandhi could have used this opportunity to face the court like any other citizen, not claim any special treatment, and then hoped that the court will grant him relief and then take that to the people rather than doing it ab initio at this stage itself.
That's a good point that you're making. Today's basically hearing, you're challenging the conviction, you're challenging the court again. Is this Congress's attempt, Rajdeep, what do you think, to show that this is our high-stake moment? If Rahul Gandhi manages to get this overturned, great. But if the conviction is not overturned, he can be disqualified for 8 years. He could be out of politics as a future, with 8 years is a long time, if at all that happens. Do you think today is the moment that they are trying to show he is our big neta? He's about to reach the Surat court, as the visuals show on our screen, Rajdeep. There has to be a messaging that the Congress party is sending out.
Sure, Pooja, there has been a messaging both in Parliament and outside. The manner in which the Congress has raised the ante on the Adani issue, the manner in which many of them have come into Parliament wearing black, wearing black clothes as a mark of protest, now joining hands with Rahul Gandhi in Surat. All of this is designed to show the party is solidly behind Rahul Gandhi. Now, that is the Congress's call, that they want to make this a show of strength.
Rajdeep, I apologize. I'll just have to interrupt you there. What I find very interesting is this bus that is entering into Surat court. So it's not like a VIP vehicle. Rahul Gandhi with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Ashok Gehlot, all these big guns, and that's Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi's visual sitting in a bus. That's one bus where all of them are in the bus right now. Quickly cutting across to Saurav Vakhtania. Saurav, go ahead.
इस बस के अंदर मौजूद है और अब ये जो पूरा काफिला है वो अब अंदर जा रहा है। अब देखिए तस्वीरों में आपको साफ दिखा दे कि किस तरीके से ये जो आपको बस दिख रही है, इस बस के अंदर ही राहुल गांधी, प्रियंका गांधी, उनकी जो पूरी टीम है, लीगल टीम, वो पूरी इस बस के अंदर ही मौजूद थी। और अब वो बस देखिए आप अंदर पहुंच चुकी है। हजारों की तादाद में यहाँ पर जो गाड़ियां है वो मौजूद है और अब ये आप तस्वीरों में साफ देख सकते हैं कि राहुल गांधी यहाँ पर जो है वो पहुंच चुके हैं और वो अब यहां से बस से उतरकर आगे जाएंगे।
All right, that's Saurav Vakhtania telling us about the ground update coming in there. That's a very heavy cordon of security, of course. The state police ensuring surrounding this one bus were all the senior leaders, including Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. So no special vehicle really, so to say. A bus has been arranged. Maybe it's also a deliberate messaging that all of them are traveling together. This has Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, we are being told, and from what I could see, Bhupesh Baghel as well, and others. And while, because this is the big developing story, Rajdeep Sardesai continues to be with us, so does Saurav Vakhtania. I want to go across to Akshita Nandagopal. She's going to take over from me now. Akshita, the bus has entered into the Surat court.
That's right, Pooja. Thanks very much. We're getting you all the latest updates coming in right now from Surat. Let's go take this across to Saurav Vakhtania quickly for those updates. Rahul Gandhi has reached. These are live images that we're getting to you right now. Rahul and Priyanka have reached now at the Surat Sessions Court. They landed there in a bus. That's the kind of massive support that Rahul Gandhi has brought along with him. A handful of the top Congress leadership who's gathered there at the Sessions Court, all of them travelling by a bus till the court right now. And you see Priyanka Gandhi right by her brother's side. They're going to be making their way in shortly. Now, what we're hearing right now, and as we're getting you details of what's happening at the Surat court, let me also tell you about the appeal that we've accessed exclusively here on India Today, which is being filed before the Surat Sessions Court by Rahul Gandhi. He's challenged the conviction and the sentence before the Sessions Court. Two applications have been filed by Rahul before the court. The first, a stay on the conviction, and the second is a suspension of the sentence. Now, if the first comes through, the first application, which is a stay on the conviction, that will be a huge relief for Rahul Gandhi, because it will mean then that his Lok Sabha membership can be restored. The disqualification will be called off, will be put aside. Saurav Vakhtania is getting us those live updates. Saurav, it's over to you. Rahul, Priyanka have now reached.
So well, Akshita, let me tell you that this is actually a show of strength, and definitely if Congress may be actually denying that this is not a show of strength, it is just the show of support for Rahul Gandhi. But let me tell you, this is actually the show of strength which has been showed by the Congress over here, because you can see how thousands of Congress workers are actually present over here, and this is what actually the BJP was questioning, that why so much of leaders and workers who are present over here. Then what they also questioned, that if Rahul Gandhi was to appear in this particular sessions court, then it was him and his advocate who can actually came over here, and they could have simply actually applied to the sessions court. But why so many of the leaders, the Sri CM, we also saw the Priyanka Gandhi Vadra present at this particular bus as well. Look at this particular bus. In this bus only Rahul Gandhi along with all of them actually travelled from Surat airport to this particular Surat sessions court, and now actually he's inside. He is actually going to appeal against the conviction which has been actually the conviction which was out by the lower court. And look at the convoy over here right outside. Let me tell you, there were thousands of vehicles of the Congress leaders who were present outside the Surat sessions court, and let me tell you that the workers were actually detained by the Gujarat police officials. They clearly told them that Gujarat police had clearly told them that the Congress workers should not gather outside this particular court. In fact, they time and again also appealed to them that they should not be near to this particular sessions court. But let me tell you, from all over the India, thousands of Congress workers, be it the MLAs, the MPs, the Youth Congress, the Seva Dal, all of them were actually campaigning from yesterday night, and they arrived over here. And let me show you the visuals outside. The team of actually advocates were actually present inside that particular bus. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra were actually sitting in together at the front seat in the left side, and then there were other chief ministers and the top leaders of the Congress party in this bus. You can see which is now been turning over here. In this particular bus they were actually present, and now you can see more leaders over here who are actually entering this particular sessions court. And now Rahul Gandhi is inside. We'll come to know that what actually is going to happen over here, and in some point from now, let me tell you, just in 15 to 20 minutes we'll actually come to know that what is going to happen next. But clearly how the show of strength has been shown by the Congress leaders over here. Thousands of Congress workers camping from yesterday, and now they are actually coming to this particular Surat sessions court. Let me tell you, thousands of Congress workers are actually already detained by the Gujarat police officials. Outside this particular periphery, if I would like to show you that this particular sessions court, there are several of the shopping centers and also the residential building, and all of those particular building, the Congress workers were actually hiding. So there were two sets of Gujarat police officials over there, and what they did is, one were present for the bandobast, and other Gujarat police officials actually, let me tell you, they were actually doing the combing operation.
Okay.
What they did is, they went into the shopping center, they went into the residential building, and wherever they found Congress workers, all of them were detained. Now Rahul Gandhi is inside. All the top leaders from the Congress are actually present inside, and in some point of time we'll come to know that what is going to happen next. Here you can see how several of the leaders, top leaders from different states, I can see Punjab, I can see Maharashtra, and also top leaders from Gujarat right now, they are not been allowed to enter in this particular sessions court.
Okay.
Outside. Once something happens, and we'll come to and we'll update our viewers.
All right, so buses full of Congress leaders gathering there. Saurabh telling us that the top leadership from neighbouring states have all landed up there in Surat. Rahul himself came in a bus with the top Congress leadership by his side. We understand a handful of them have been allowed inside the court along with him and Priyanka Gandhi. They're going to be with Rahul Gandhi when his appeal is heard. Saurabh, let's focus on the details that we've picked up right now here about what exactly Rahul's appeal looks like. Two applications that have been filed before the Sessions Court. One seeking a stay on conviction. The second, a suspension of the sentence. Remember that he's been sentenced to 2 years of jail. He's already been granted bail in that, but he's seeking a suspension of sentence while the appeal is being considered and till there's a final decision on that. Very important to see what will really happen on the stay on conviction. Let's cut across to live reactions.
अभी बाकी है कि नहीं कानूनी पिक्चर हो रही है इसकी सियासी देखो, देश की जनता तो सियासत में पिक्चर पूरी बना चुकी है। ये हुकुमशाह व्यवस्था जो केंद्र में बनी हुई है, उसके विरोध में जनता ने पूरी सियासत पिक्चर बना चुकी है।
सियासी पिक्चर बना चुकी है। और यहाँ पे देखिए,
Live updates right now. Let's cut across to more reactions. It looks like BV Srinivas is there now.
अंजना, पहले श्रीनिवास से बात
हमारा वरिष्ठ नेता है। हम सब लोगों का फर्ज है, सभी लोग साथ में आए। पूरा देश का कार्यकर्ता भी आज अपने अपने स्टेट में भी सारे।
खेरा साहब, सर ये क्या चल रहा है? लगातार आप लोग आरोप लगा रहे हैं, आज आप लोग को राहत की उम्मीद है? अंजना, पवन खेरा हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, प्लीज आप आ जाइए।
लेकिन जिस तरह से हमें रोका जा रहा है, हमें एंटर नहीं करने दिया जा रहा, हम अपने नेता के साथ खड़ा होना चाहते हैं। वी वांट टू स्टैंड इन सॉलिडारिटी विथ आवर लीडर, लेकिन हमें हर जगह रोका जा रहा है। रास्ते में कई जगह रुकावटें हैं। बिल्कुल राहत की उम्मीद है, हमें न्यायिक व्यवस्था पर पूरा भरोसा है।
आज जो आप लोग कोर्ट में अपील कर रहे हैं, तो क्या आपको लगता है कि जो कन्विक्शन है उस पर स्टे हो पाएगा?
न्यायिक व्यवस्था पर पूरा भरोसा है। क्या प्रक्रिया है, क्या रहेगा, उस पर मैं अभी टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा। न्यायिक व्यवस्था पर भरोसा है।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा, तमाम नेता भी जुड़ रहे हैं और लगातार आज तक के दर्शक ये पूछ रहे हैं, ऐसा शक्ति प्रदर्शन क्यों?
शक्ति प्रदर्शन की बात नहीं है, हम अपने नेता के साथ खड़े हैं और खड़ा होना चाहते हैं। इसमें आप इसको, उन लोगों को डर लगता है हमको इकट्ठा देखकर, तो डरे वो।
क्या जनता में भी सहानुभूति है?
आप पूछिए, कभी भी बाहर जाकर आप रैंडम किसी से पूछ लीजिए, आपको मालूम पड़ेगा। लोग हैरान हैं कि किस तरह से लोकतंत्र का गला घोंटा जा रहा है।
जी।
So reactions coming in there. Maushami Singh reporting live. You've got Congress leaders claiming they're not being allowed till the entrance of the court, that there are attempts to stop them from gathering in large numbers. But you can see on your screens there that that hasn't stopped them from ensuring that there's a sea of Congress workers right now outside the Surat Sessions Court. A handful of them have accompanied Rahul Gandhi inside. Live updates right here on India Today. We're being told any moment now the hearing will begin inside the Sessions Court. But the Congress clearly is pulling all stops right now. As expected, they're rallying behind Rahul Gandhi. There will be questions about whether they should have done this 11 days earlier. But now you've got these images coming in from the Sessions Court. Maushami is getting us more reactions.
हमारे लीडर हैं, हम एक परिवार हैं, और अगर वो यहाँ पर आए हैं तो कुछ जताने की कोशिश नहीं है। हम सॉलिडारिटी में उनके साथ खड़े हैं। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास से जो उल जलूल का बयान आ रहा है, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ, जब बाबरी मस्जिद हो रहा था सारी पार्टी क्यों गई थी कोर्ट? अरुण जेटली जी ने जब मानहानि का दावा किया था केजरीवाल जी पर, तो सारी पार्टी क्यों गई थी कोर्ट? असलियत ये है कि हर बार अगर हमारे नेता के साथ कुछ होगा तो हम सब आपको खड़े नजर आएंगे। आपकी आपत्ति क्या है? आपत्ति असल में यह है, इनको लगा था इसके बाद कांग्रेस पार्टी डर कर चुप होकर बैठ जाएगी। हम राहुल गांधी के सैनिक हैं, वो राहुल गांधी हैं। आप उनकी सदस्यता कैंसिल करिए या उनका घर कैंसिल करिए, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है।
कह रहे हैं कि कोर्ट पर दबाव आप लोग बना रहे हैं।
तो मैं काउंटर सवाल पूछ तो रही हूँ, जब अरुण जेटली ने मानहानि का दावा किया था सारी पार्टी कोर्ट क्यों गई थी? आप प्रेशर बना रहे थे। बाबरी मस्जिद की हेयरिंग के दौरान आप सारे लोग क्यों कोर्ट गए थे? आप प्रेशर बना रहे थे। मुझे लगता है आप सॉलिडारिटी में अपने नेता के साथ खड़े थे, वैसे ही आज हम खड़े। ये उल जलूल की बातें करना भारतीय जनता पार्टी की आदत है। दबाव वो लोग बनाते हैं जो पूर्व न्यायाधीशों को एंटी नेशनल कहते हैं, जिनके खिलाफ 400 न्यायाधीश पूर्व और लॉयर्स चिट्ठी लिखते हैं, वो दबाव बनाते हैं।
जनता को सहानुभूति होगी राहुल गांधी से, आपको लगता है? क्योंकि मामला कानूनी है।
सहानुभूति होगी या नहीं होगी मुझे नहीं पता।
कुछ पूछना चाह रही है? हाँ अंजना, पूछिए।
Okay, so Maushami Singh getting us those live updates. Supriya Srinath of the Congress also there in Surat, questioning what is the law we're violating if we gather in large numbers. Let's cut across to that conversation.
आप लोग लगातार कानून का जो फैसला था कोर्ट का, उस पर सवाल खड़ा किया। आप लोग ने कहा कि हम फैसले से खुश ना खुश हो सकते हैं, पर इस बार जो फैसला आएगा उससे आप खुश होंगे अगर आपके पक्ष में आए।
तकरीर गलत है और दलील गलत है। हमने कोई सवाल नहीं खड़ा किया। हमने जो सर्कमस्टांसेस आए, कैसे जज बदला गया अडानी के बयान के बाद, कैसे जो याचिका करता था उसने जाके अपना स्टे वापस लिया अहमदाबाद हाई कोर्ट से, कैसे जज महोदय का प्रमोशन हो गया, हमने सिर्फ ये पब्लिक डोमेन में रखा है। हमने कोई सवाल नहीं खड़ा किया। जहां तक न्यायपालिका है, न्यायपालिका में हमारा पूरा भरोसा है और हमें पूरा यकीन है कि जिस द्वेष की राजनीति के चलते राहुल गांधी जी की सदस्यता कैंसिल करी गई है, उसका सिर्फ एक उद्देश्य था कि अडानी पर वो सदन में ना बोले। लेकिन आज अडानी पर जो सवाल सदन में पूछा जा रहा था वो सारा देश पूछ रहा है और पूछ रहा है कि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी अपने सारे तंत्र के साथ एक भ्रष्ट अडानी को बचाने पर अपनी साख क्यों गंवा रहे हैं।
यहाँ पे सुप्रिया आप देख रही थी किस तरह से
So reactions coming in right now as Congress leaders continue to gather their large numbers. They're questioning why can't we come together at the Surat court. There's nothing illegal in us coming here to support Rahul Gandhi. And that's why you're seeing, as we speak, busloads of Congress leaders from every state gathering there in Surat as a show of strength, a show of solidarity with Rahul Gandhi. If there was any question about what really Rahul's future in the Congress is, what is his stake, I think this makes it 100% clear as to how the Congress views him and how in the 2024 battle they're completely going to once again project him as the face. Whether the Congress presidential polls matter or not, it's clearly up to the viewer to decide, but these images are really telling of how the Congress is now rallying behind the Gandhis yet again, a picture we're far too familiar with. That was on the right of your screens from earlier with Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka making their way inside court. Let's cut across to more live inputs.
बेल जो है वो राहुल गांधी को मिल चुकी है। अभी की सबसे बड़ी खबर, ब्रेकिंग न्यूज कि राहुल गांधी का जो कन्विक्शन पे बेल है वो ग्रांट हो चुका है। 13 अप्रैल को उस मामले में अब दोबारा से सुनवाई होगी। अंजना,
Okay, so that is Gopi Maniar, who's reporting from right outside the Sessions Court. All right, the big breaking news that's coming in right now. Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail by the Sessions Court. Now we'll have to see what happens to his other appeals as well with regards to the conviction stay and the suspension of sentence that he sought. But this is big breaking news that's coming in. It was expected that he would be able to get relief. Remember earlier when in fact he had appeared in Surat for in fact the hearing and the decision in the defamation case, he was immediately granted bail. Now too, along the same lines at the Surat Sessions Court, Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail. What really happens to the conviction? What happens to the suspension of sentence? We're tracking those updates, the live updates that we're getting you from the court here on India Today. We can confirm for you that Rahul Gandhi has in fact been granted bail. This has been confirmed by in fact the Gujarat Congress unit at this point. There will be questions about whether stay on conviction will happen immediately, because in that case it will mean relief for him as a member of parliament as well. If the stay on conviction application is allowed, then Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership can be restored. So his legal team is pushing for that. They're pushing for early hearing of the application as well. But the big breaking news that we can tell you is that there's no question of Rahul Gandhi at this point serving the 2-year jail term, because he's been granted bail yet again by the Sessions Court. It was an expected development considering that this is a bailable offence, the defamation case itself. So we will in fact get you the latest updates of what's happening in court and what is the outcome of the 2 appeals that he's filed before the Sessions Court at this point. Rahul Gandhi is accompanied by Priyanka Gandhi inside the Sessions Court right now. You've got a handful of senior Congress leaders inside with him right now. There was a lot of speculation on whether this entire show of strength, show of solidarity was because the Congress and the legal team was expecting that Rahul Gandhi would not get relief. That's most definitely not the case. At this point, we can confirm for you that Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail. Let's get you live reactions that are coming in from the ground. All right, we'll cut across to those reactions in just a bit. The big breaking news that's coming in right now is that Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail in the defamation case. We're also hearing that now the next hearing is going to be on May 3rd. So that's going to be a month away from now. Let's cut across to reactions.
कार्यवाही है जो इस पूरे मामले में स्टे की कार्यवाही है, ये सारी कार्यवाही चलती रहेगी। जो फिलहाल मामला है उसमें जब एप्लीकेशन फाइल की जाती है तो लोअर कोर्ट ने जो 30 तारीख तक की जमानत दी थी वो जमानत रद्द हो जाती है। अब ये 30 दिनों की जमानत रद्द हो गई और नई जमानत राहुल गांधी को मिल चुकी है, जो कानूनी प्रक्रिया के तहत रहता है। 13 अप्रैल तक की जो जमानत है वो मिल चुकी है, 13 अप्रैल तक ये रहेगा और उसके बाद जो है वो राहुल गांधी को आगे एक रेगुलर बेल के लिए प्रोसेस करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन फिलहाल अभी भी मामले में हियरिंग चल रही है। जो कन्विक्शन है उस पे हमें जो खबर मिली है, अंदर से जो खबर आ रही है वो यही है कि कन्विक्शन पर 13 अप्रैल तक बेल ग्रांट हो चुकी है राहुल गांधी की।
So Gopi giving us those details right now. What we can confirm for you is that Rahul Gandhi's bail has been granted till April 13th. But as far as his application itself is concerned, the next date of hearing on that is going to be 3rd May. So on 13th April, Rahul Gandhi will have to again move court for bail, for an extension of the bail that he enjoys right now. So that's been extended essentially for the next 10 days, and a month from now is when the next date of hearing will happen. So let's just explain that to our viewers right now. The hearing in the Surat Sessions Court, where hearing is still underway, at least Gopi Manyar has confirmed that for us. But there are two updates you need to know. One, with regards to bail. So that relief has come Rahul Gandhi's way. He's not going to be going behind bars anytime now. He's been granted bail for the next 10 days. So he will be free for the next 10 days. April 13th, he will have to file a fresh bail application. But the next date of hearing of his case, of this application that he's filed, is going to be on 3rd May. We're going to be cutting across to our reporters live to get you a sense of what's really the outcome, what were the arguments really with regards to the stay on conviction and the suspension of the sentence. So those two issues in the application of Rahul Gandhi, what is the outcome? Has been any relief that's come his way? Because that technicality, that legality will really decide what happens to Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership. So we're going to wait for those updates. But at this point, what we can confirm for you is that the next date of hearing on Rahul's plea is on May 3rd. So immediately there's going to be no relief, at least on the front of the conviction stay. But with regards to, in fact, the bail, that remains. Rahul Gandhi's bail has been extended. He gets bail in the defamation case for next 10 days, after which he will have to file a fresh application. Saurabh Bhaktania is joining us live with more details on this. Saurabh, explain what's happened in court. Rahul Gandhi's bail has been granted till April 13th. He's been granted bail, after which there'll be a fresh bail application. But what's happened to his plea with regards to stay on conviction and suspension of sentence?
So, well, there are several technical issues right now, Lakshita, but let me tell you that Rahul Gandhi's appeal at the Surat Session Court has been accepted. The next date on this particular appeal will be on 13th April, and till that time there will be stay on conviction. That is what the lawyers are actually telling us, that the next hearing in this particular case, Akshita, will be now on 13th April. There was a confusion between 13th April and 3rd May, but right now what the advocates are clearly telling us that Rahul Gandhi we will speak to some of the advocates and the Congress leaders present over here, but the bus is now ready over here, and what we have been told that Rahul Gandhi along with all the top leaders now will be leaving this particular sessions court. Some of the Congress leaders are actually already inside this particular bus.
Saurabh, just stay with me. I want to get a reaction right now from Mumtaz Patel, who is Ahmed Patel's daughter, Congress leader, joining us on this broadcast. Good afternoon, ma'am. What do you make of this development right now from the Surat Sessions Court? Bail granted to Rahul Gandhi right now. So interim relief, but clearly the case goes on right now for hearing.
Of course, the tactic is to delay it as much as possible, because what they ultimately wanted was this 2-year conviction so that he cannot be in Parliament. So, I mean, a relief, you can say in that sense, but definitely not.
Conviction essentially, which means the fight for your party is going to be a long one, essentially to restore Rahul Gandhi's Lok Sabha membership.
Right, for the party, this is a fight which Rahul ji is conducting for the country, I'd say. This is a fight for all of us.
What's your response
to... This is a wrong precedent that has been set. You know, if today everybody starts filing defamation like this, I think nobody will be left in Parliament. If the courts direct the same way as they have in this case.
No, but this is a legal proceeding, ma'am. Are you then questioning the courts again? Are you questioning the judiciary for the order that was given?
No, but do you think that this warranted a civil, criminal defamation case? This could easily have been handled as a civil defamation case. I mean, there are a lot of other statements that have been made which are much worse. If everybody starts filing criminal defamation cases like this, what's going to happen? It set a very wrong precedent. And to give a maximum sentence like this, I mean, it could have been a fine, it could have been a 6-month sentence just to kind of, show, okay, fine, this is not approved. But to do this, definitely it doesn't seem correct.
But Mumtaz Patel, we can all have our opinions on what we believe is right and wrong. The judiciary, however, has given a verdict which must be respected.
No, of course you're respecting it, and that is why you're following it by an appeal, which he was given 30 days time for.
Okay, Mumtaz Patel, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. So Congress maintaining right now that this is a long-drawn fight, a legal fight that they will continue right now to push forward with. Let me just once and for all give you clarity on what's really happened right now in the Surat Sessions Court. Rahul Gandhi approached with 2 applications, a stay on conviction and suspension of sentence. Those 2 matters will next be heard on April 13th. Now, the bail has been granted to Rahul Gandhi at this point till April 13th. And then you're going to be seeing the hearing on whether his bail can be extended or not. Now, at this point, I want to take this across to Saurabh Vakhtania. Saurabh, explain this to us. We understand there are 2 dates given by court. April 13th is the date till which Rahul Gandhi has protection from arrest. His bail has been granted and extended. May 3rd is when his detailed application on stay on conviction, suspension of sentence will be heard, correct?
So what, Akshita, what we are right now hearing is that the next day for this particular appeal is 13th April. Now, what we have been told that the appeal which has been made by Rahul Gandhi in this particular Surat Session Court is accepted. Here you can see that how there's a photo of which is happening over here. There are all the top leaders from the Congress are present over here. Here the visual, the bus is already ready, and what we have been told that in some point from now, Rahul Gandhi along with Priyanka Gandhi and all the top leaders who are present in particular this bus, they'll be coming out. The technicality of this particular case, when we spoke to the lawyers, they clearly told us that the appeal which has been made by Rahul Gandhi is accepted by the Sessions Court, and then this particular hearing on this particular appeal will be happening on 13th April. Let me tell you that on 13th April, the next hearing will take place. Until that time, there will be bail on the arrest of Rahul Gandhi. So Rahul Gandhi won't get arrested till next date, and next date is on 13th April, whatever we have been told. And that time, rightly, Rahul Gandhi might be present. But look at this situation outside this particular Sessions Court. Now, on conviction, we need to take some more clarity. I'll ask my camera person to show the visuals over here. In some time from now, Rahul Gandhi along with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and several of the Congress leaders will be coming out, and they will be leaving. And let me tell you, the flight back to Delhi is at 5 p.m. and that is when Rahul Gandhi will be leaving. But it is actually a show of strength which has been shown by the Congress over here, and they clearly telling us that how this entire situation has come up, and we'll speak to some of the more people over here. There are several Congress leaders also present over here. We'll try to speak to them and get the words from them that what is the next procedure. So just to understand what has happened inside this particular...
Okay. Saurabh, we'll reconnect with you. We'll reconnect with you right now. But this comes as big relief for Rahul Gandhi because his bail has been granted till 13th April. So for the next 10 days, he's been granted bail, after which he'll have to file a fresh application. Whether he appears in court for that one or not, we'll have to wait and see. Let's cut across to live reactions.
बिल्कुल, देखिए अगली सुनवाई जो है वो कब होगी उसको लेकर अब एडवोकेट बताएंगे, लेकिन इतना ज़रूर है अंजना की जो बेल है वो ग्रांट हो चुका है। दूसरे लीडर्स और एडवोकेट्स जो है फिलहाल कोर्ट के अंदर है, तो जैसे ही वो बाहर आते हैं उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे।
Gopi Manyal reporting right now from Surat. She's going to be getting us, in fact, voices from the legal team, from Rahul Gandhi's legal team, to explain what next right now. Saurabh Vakhtania is still with us, getting latest updates. Let's cut across to that reaction.
तब तक स्टे ही है ना?
बिल्कुल. So we'll also speak to Arjun bhai over here. Sir, क्या हुआ है आज कोर्ट के अंदर? क्या कहा है? क्या कुछ हुआ है?
देखो, कोर्ट में तो जो एक कानूनी प्रक्रिया होती है, प्रक्रिया पूरी हुई है। जमानत जो फिर से लेनी थी वो ले ली है, और अगले दिनों में यहाँ उसकी सुनवाई होगी। सुनवाई करके उसका कन्विक्शन के सामने जो स्टे लेना है उसके
These are live images that we're showing you right now. Rahul Gandhi stepping out of the court, waving to the crowds who've gathered there and making his way out amid a sea of security. He's accompanied by sister Priyanka Gandhi as well as some of the top Congress leaders who've all gathered in Surat to show their support for Rahul Gandhi. Just a brief 15-minute appearance in court for which you see this kind of chaos, this kind of solidarity by Congress leaders who've ensured that that 15-minute appearance by Rahul Gandhi has made headlines right now. He stepped out, waved at the crowds, smiling, walks away now, knowing that now that he's been granted bail for the next 10 days, he has protection at this point. But of course, after that, we're going to see what happens. Essentially, the takeaway from what's happened today is that this is going to be a long-drawn legal battle for Rahul Gandhi. Not an easy one, essentially, when you talk about the stay on conviction and the suspension of his sentence, because on those two aspects, only if he gets relief there can he actually ensure that he returns as a member of parliament. That is, disqualification is then declared null and void. Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP is joining us on this broadcast. Shehzad, a 15-minute court appearance by Rahul Gandhi, which has become a show of solidarity by the Congress. What's the BJP's view on this?
I think, Akshita, it is a show of shamelessness. Why is a court proceeding being made into a public political procession? Why is it that for a simple appeal by a convict, you have to take your political henchmen alongside? Is this not an attempt to say that the courts are not free and fair and therefore you need to take your political mandali along? Secondly, is this not an attempt to intimidate the court system? And thirdly, what is the sense of entitlement that Rahul Gandhi walks around with? Was there such a response given even for other leaders of the Congress party when they were convicted or when they had a court proceeding? What is so special about Rahul Gandhi from any other citizen or convict of this country? Do citizens get an opportunity to take 200, 300, 500 people and then they say, as if it is their birthright to take 500 people into a court to file an appeal? I was hearing the statements of the Congress spokespersons, the most voluble spokespersons. Is this an attempt to intimidate? This is the most shameless display. Do you not have faith in the court system? And this is shameless display. First you wear black clothes and you do duragra against the OBC Samaj. You do duragra against the court system. You go and ask for foreign invasion or foreign intervention, into your country. And now you have this kind of approach when there's a court proceeding. It is most despicable, and it is a display of entitlement and a display of no responsibility for the court system.
Shehzad, how is it entitlement? Rahul Gandhi has appeared in court. Now, if the Congress chooses to make it political, let them. It's not illegal for them to gather like this.
Akshita, Narasimha Rao was convicted. Did the Congress people go alongside? Chidambaram was also facing a court proceeding. Did they go? Shiv Kumar was facing a proceeding. Did they go? Why only for this one man? And what is so special about it? Pramod Tiwari has said that there should be separate law for the family. That's another point. But why only for him? And do any other criminals who get convicted, do they get opportunity to take 300 political henchmen and 2 sitting chief ministers alongside with them, 2 or 3 chief ministers? Do they get that opportunity? Why so special treatment to file in the course of law, you have an appeal that you can file. Why should you take so many people? Whom are you trying to intimidate?
No, so this may be the Congress, Shehzad, this may be the Congress showing that, look, we completely back Rahul Gandhi. He's our leader, so they're doing it. Maybe they haven't done for their own leaders before this, but they're doing it for Rahul Gandhi. They're also sending out a message. Rahul Gandhi is there for this court hearing. So he's sending out a message that they do respect the judiciary.
No, first of all, if they respected the judiciary, the normal way to go about these things is to not overwhelm the law and order situation, the security situation, but to go as any other citizen of this country would do. He would send his lawyer or he would appear in person alone and he would file the appeal. Secondly, when Mr. Modi was being persecuted by the UPA, not one BJP Karyakarta went on the streets to create hurdang. When Mr. Amit Shah was being persecuted, Mr. Advani was being persecuted, when stalwarts of the BJP were being persecuted, not one of the BJP Karyakartas went on the ground to intimidate the courts. That is the difference between a party which has Astha in Samvidhan and a party which has Astha in Parivar.
Okay, Shehzad Poonawalla, thank you for joining us with your view on this big story. Let's put out those images full screen right now of Rahul Gandhi making his way out of the Surat Sessions Court. You can see a huge number of Congress supporters, security around him, and all of them walking out right now. Rahul Gandhi is waving to the crowds, all smiles as he made his way out to the sea of Congress supporters. That's his way essentially of saying thank you. Digvijay Singh currently in Surat. Let's cut across to that live reaction.
अंजना दिग्विजय सिंह आइए उनसे पूछते हैं राहुल गांधी आज मुस्कुराते हुए राहुल गांधी मुस्कुराते हुए निकले क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं यहाँ पे आप देखिए दिग्विजय सिंह
Yeah, Digvijay Singh there refusing to comment, perhaps has been told by the Congress leadership not to comment after the damage that he created, courtesy thanking Germany for their support of Rahul Gandhi. So at this point, Digvijay Singh not willing to comment. We're getting, of course, all the latest live reactions. Rahul Gandhi has left now from the Sessions Court, again in that bus loaded with Congress leaders. All of them have made their way out. A 15-minute court appearance essentially by Rahul Gandhi. And for that 15 minutes, you had hundreds of Congress leaders from across the country all assembling there at that Sessions Court in Surat. Rahul Gandhi, accompanied by his sister Priyanka as well, made his way inside, all smiles, looked completely undeterred by all of the developments that we've been seeing. At this point, in court, he's been granted bail right up till April 13th. That's 10 days from now, after which we'll have to see whether he has to personally appear in court or not. But beyond that, remember there were two applications that he's filed in Sessions Court, which is crucial to decide on whether he can return as a member of parliament or not. Now, that is a stay on conviction and a suspension of the 2-year sentence that was granted in the defamation case. Both those issues will be taken up for hearing 1 month from now on May 3rd. So those are the legal updates that have come in from court. This is going to be clearly a long legal fight for Rahul Gandhi. It's not going to happen at the snap of a finger. He's going to have to fight it out legally to ensure he gets any sort of relief at all in this case. But for now, he will be happy with the fact that he's been granted bail in this case. It was expected, considering that the charge that he's guilty of, defamation, is a bailable offence. Let me take this across to Saurabh Vaktania, who's reporting from the Sessions Court. Massive show of solidarity there, Saurabh. You were telling us about how Congress leaders from across the country, neighbouring states, all had descended there in buses to support Rahul Gandhi for this 15-minute appearance.
Well, absolutely. Let me tell you, for this particular 16 minutes of appearance, look at the situation around me. I'll ask my camera person, Raju Revankar, to actually give you the 360-degree view of this particular court, outside this particular Sessions Court. And let me tell you that all the Congress leaders were actually present over here since yesterday. They were camping over here since yesterday, and it was just for this particular 16 minutes appearance inside this particular Sessions Court. Now, this is what the entire BJP since morning, while they were doing a press conference, they were clearly saying that why so much of photo opportunity, and this is actually a photo opportunity. That is what the BJP was alleging, and also what the BJP was clearly saying, there was no need of actually Rahul Gandhi coming to this particular Sessions Court and appearing, and with all the Congress leader, we saw how Priyanka Gandhi Vadra was present inside, the 3 state CMs were present.
We're cutting across live right now to the lawyers who are in court speaking.
है तो फिर उनकी सदस्यता के मामले में आगे कार्रवाई हो सकती है।
सर जैसे बात करिए आपको घटनाक्रम बाद में
चल अब जाओ
We'll replay that reaction for you shortly. Just a quick update for our viewers. You know, as we go through the details of what's emerged in court, what we can confirm for you right now is that the 2-year jail sentence that was given to Rahul Gandhi's defamation case has been suspended till the time the appeal is pending before the Sessions Court. Till the Sessions Court actually decides on that appeal, the 2-year sentence has been suspended. But that doesn't mean that the disqualification of him as an MP has been declared null and void as of now. So the disqualification stays.
तो 3 मई को क्या होगा?
वो जो कन्विक्शन जो किया है उसके लिए सुनवाई होगी 3 मई को। उससे पहले वो गवर्नमेंट बिल्डर है, उनको नोटिस निकालेंगे, उनकी तरफ से आर्ग्यूमेंट होगा, हमारी तरफ से आर्ग्यूमेंट होगा, बाद में कोर्ट डिसाइड करेंगे और कोर्ट का जो जजमेंट होगा वो हमको मंजूर है सबको।
अच्छा, अब 3 मई को सुनवाई होगी तो इस मामले में बिल्कुल देखिए कन्विक्शन पे जो स्टे है वो फिलहाल दे दिया है और बेल जो है वो राहुल गांधी को दे दिया गया है, लेकिन ये जो कन्विक्शन सही है या गलत है इसको लेकर जो अब सुनवाई होगी, इस पे सुनवाई 3 मई को होगी। अंजना।
So the confirmation coming in right now from the lawyers who were in the hearing there, saying that the next hearing will happen on May 3rd. The arguments will begin there. So there will be no sort of decision that's taken immediately. This is going to be a case that will be heard for quite some time before there's a decision given by the Sessions Court. But Rahul Gandhi getting relief on 2 fronts. One, that he's been granted bail till April 13th. Second, that the 2-year sentence stands suspended right now till the court decides on Rahul Gandhi's appeal. His appeal right now has been admitted by the Sessions Court, which means that the court has agreed to hear Rahul Gandhi's application. Until the conclusion of the case hearing, the sentence remains suspended. So at no point will Rahul Gandhi actually have to face that jail term. So that is completely ruled out, which by itself is a huge relief for Rahul Gandhi. As far as, the political optics of this is concerned, and as far as the Congress hoping that Rahul Gandhi will return as a Congress MP is concerned, that's not going to happen immediately. We'll have to wait and see in the days to come, in the weeks to come, in the hearing that will happen in the Sessions Court, whether he manages to get any relief. So, Saurabh, now that we have complete details of what's happened in court, Rahul Gandhi will be happy with these developments. The Congress is well aware that, this is going to take some time as far as the stay on the conviction is concerned. But his sentence, at least for now, has been suspended. So, he doesn't face jail.
What conclusion है?
Saurabh, can you hear me? We'll reconnect with Saurabh in just a bit. Let's cut across to more reactions.
15,000 का bail दिया गया. He has been released on bail, and now the further hearing of the matter would be held on 13th April, and the complainant has to file his reply by 10th of April. That's the whole procedure that was adopted. आज इतना ही हुआ है और अब जो कुछ सुनवाई होगी वो 13 अप्रैल को होगी.
आज कोर्ट में क्या मतलब किस तरह हुआ? आप अंदर थे तो राहुल आए, उसके बाद क्या?
नहीं, बस वो तो जब
સેન્ટેન્સિંગ જે છે તે સ્ટે કરવામાં આવ્યા હતા અને બેલ આપવામાં આવ્યા હતા. એ આજે અપીલ દાખલ કરીને એને વધારવાના હોય એટલે આજે એમના તરફે અપીલ દાખલ થઈ અને નામદાર કોર્ટે સુનવાઈ સાંભળીને તેઓને બેલ આપ્યા છે અને તેઓની સેન્ટેન્સિંગ જે છે તે સ્ટે કરી છે. હવે એક ઓર એપ્લિકેશન બાકી રહી છે જે છે એમના કન્વિક્શનના સ્ટે માટેની એપ્લિકેશન જે સાહેબે 13th સાંભળવા માટે રાખી છે.
हमारे साथ अंजना इस वक्त किरीट पानवाला के बेटे जो है वो मौजूद है, जो राहुल गांधी के वकील है, उन्हीं से बात करते हैं. सर, ये बताइए,
આજે આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટ બહુ ખાસ જરૂર નહોતી કારણ કે આ બહુ ફોર્મેલિટી વાળું કામ છે, પરંતુ મેઇન એનો ઇસ્યુ એ છે કે 2 વર્ષની સજા છે અને અપીલ ચાલતા વાર લાગતી હોય છે એટલે.
So that is, in fact, a member of Rahul Gandhi's legal team there explaining right now what's happened in court. He's confirmed for us that as far as the bail issue is concerned, the bail case, that will come up in 10 days from now on April 13th, because Rahul Gandhi's bail has essentially been extended till that date, after which again his legal team will have to push. We don't know yet if Rahul Gandhi will have to appear in court for that particular hearing. But besides that, as far as the suspension of sentence is concerned, that holds, because the court has said that when we decide on the stay on conviction, the sentence remains suspended. So Rahul Gandhi will not go to jail, and that is a big relief for him by itself. But the hearing, the stay on the conviction is the most crucial aspect for Rahul Gandhi and for his political career, because if he is to return to the Lok Sabha as a member of parliament, if the disqualification is to be declared null and void, he has to get a stay on the conviction. That hasn't happened yet. Gopi Manyar is getting us a reaction from Rahul's legal team.
एक मिनट, लाओ पानी लाओ चलो लाओ।
अंजना देखिए सुनवाई को लेकर
आप लोग ने
सर देखिए अंजना सुनवाई को लेकर जो राहुल गांधी के वकील है वो इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है, क्योंकि लगातार वो बोल रहे हैं, लगातार आर्ग्यूमेंट्स भी कोर्ट के अंदर की है। तो यहाँ पे हमारे साथ जो किरीट पानवाला के जो बेटे हैं वो यहाँ पे मौजूद है, उनसे बात करते हैं। सर बताइए क्या कोर्ट ने कहा, आप लोगों की ओर से आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या कहा राहुल गांधी के वकील ने?
आज जो है वो उनकी बेल एप्लीकेशन थी, आज राहुल जी की बेल एप्लीकेशन और सेंटेंसिंग जो है उसको स्टे की एप्लीकेशन थी और कन्विक्शन स्टे की एप्लीकेशन भी थी। कोर्ट ने हमारी सुनवाई से एप्लीकेशन जो बेल एप्लीकेशन है वो मंजूर की है, 15,000 के उनके बेल मंजूर किए हैं और जो सेंटेंसिंग है उसको स्टे किया है। उनकी जो कन्विक्शन की जो एप्लीकेशन है स्टे के लिए उसको 13th डेट को पोस्ट किया है और 13 को उसकी सुनवाई होगी। 13 तारीख को राहुल गांधी जी को हाजिर रखने की मनाही की है कि वो नहीं आएंगे तो चलेगा।
सर 3 मई को क्या होगा फिर कोर्ट के अंदर?
3 मई अभी कुछ नहीं, 3 मई तो रेगुलर जो अपील है उसकी तारीख है, लेकिन आई एम नॉट श्योर कि उन्होंने 3 मई का तारीख दिया है। अभी फिलहाल नेक्स्ट 13 को कार्यवाही होगी।
सर 13 को क्या होगा, क्या आर्ग्यूमेंट होगी, कोर्ट किसे किसे नोटिस इश्यू करेगा?
13 को जो कन्विक्शन का स्टे है जिनकी वजह से उनका सपाजत कैंसल हुआ है, तो कन्विक्शन की जो स्टे की एप्लीकेशन है वो 13 को चलेगी और उसके पहले यानी शायद 10 तारीख के आसपास कोर्ट ने कहा है कि जो फरियादी है उनकी तरफ से जवाब रख दिया जाए तो हमको भी प्रिपरेशन में थोड़ी आसानी रहेगी और 13 को दोनों पार्टी की सुनवाई होगी।
सर लेकिन जिस तरीके से कानूनी प्रक्रिया काफी लंबी चलती है, तो वैसे में आपकी ओर से कोई कुछ खास कहा गया है कोर्ट को कि जल्दी से जल्दी इसकी प्रक्रिया खत्म?
कोई डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का उनका जो मामला है इसलिए ही हमने कहा कि डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का जो मामला है इसीलिए ये कन्विक्शन की जो स्टे एप्लीकेशन है वो ज़रूरी है और इसीलिए उसको रखवाया है और 13 को वो रहेगा। उसके बाद उसके ऊपर जो सुनवाई होगी और जो फैसला होगा उसके बाद उनके सभासद का जो है वो निर्णय होगा।
बिल्कुल, तो ये अंजना ये थे किरीट पानवाला के बेटे थे जो कोर्ट के अंदर आर्ग्यूमेंट कर रहे थे राहुल गांधी की ओर से।
These are live images that we're getting to you right now of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka seated inside that bus along with senior Congress leaders waving at the Congress supporters who've gathered there at the Sessions Court. Rahul Gandhi is now making his way back to the Surat airport. He's going to be flying back to Delhi this evening along with the entire Congress leadership, the coterie that accompanied him to the Surat Sessions Court. He with his sister there, Priyanka, seen waving at the crowds. All of them coming together to show this message to Rahul Gandhi that we're with you. A 15-minute court appearance, mind you, for which we've seen Congress leaders cutting across state lines, coming together in Surat to show Rahul Gandhi that they stand with him. The BJP is asked, where have we ever seen this before for a Congress leader? Why has the Congress resorted to this kind of show of strength? They've even accused the Congress of trying to intimidate the courts, intimidate the judiciary with these kind of crowds gathering outside the Surat Sessions Court. But as far as the Congress is concerned, their messaging is very, very clear. They're saying that they want to very clearly tell Rahul Gandhi that they're all with him in this fight right now against the defamation cases, disqualification and much, much more. Right now, Rahul Gandhi has not got a stay on the conviction. Let's explain to you what are the takeaways of the hearing in the Sessions Court. There's no interim stay on conviction, which his legal team did argue for, because if that had come through, that would have been the biggest relief for him. However, what you do see is the suspension of the sentence. The 2-year jail sentence has been suspended, which means he won't go to jail. That's completely ruled out. Rahul Gandhi's appeal has been admitted by the Sessions Court. What is this appeal for? For a stay on the conviction. But because at this point the court has said the sentence remains suspended, we're not going to take a call on the conviction just yet till we finish hearing the matter. There will be no impact on the disqualification. Let's get you more legal voices.
सजा में जमानत देना वो में भी एक एक्सेप्टेड प्रिंसिपल है कि 3 साल तक की सज़ा होती है तो जमानत मिल जाती है, बेल ग्रांट होता है। तो 2 चीज़ों में कोई एप्लीकेशन के अलावा कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट का, कोई दलीलों का अवकाश नहीं था, हुआ ही नहीं। कोर्ट ने ऑर्डिनरी कोर्स में अपील एडमिट किया है और जमानत दे दी है। अभी जो बाकी रह गया वो सस्पेंशन ऑफ कन्विक्शन, दैट इज़ द मेन थिंग। वो इसीलिए कि जब तक उसको कन्विक्शन स्टे नहीं होगा तब तक राहुल जी का सांसद पद है संसद में वापस आना है वो मुमकिन नहीं है, क्योंकि ये कन्विक्शन दो पार्ट में है। मैं आपको दोषित ठहराता हूँ, दैट इज दोषित, और मैं आपको दोषित ठहराते हुए इतनी सजा करता हूँ। जो सजा का हुक्म था वो मौकूफ हो गया, दोषित नहीं, मौकूफ हुआ, सस्पेंड हुआ।
हाँ, उस पर स्टे रखा हुआ है, जो 2 साल की सजा दी थी।
हाँ, वो सस्पेंड कर दिया और जमानत दे दी। मतलब अभी राहुल जी को जब तक ये अपील चले दूसरी जमानत अर्जी करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
कितने की जमानत?
15,000। वो तो
15,000 की जमानत।
हाँ जी। अभी जो बाकी रह गया, जो आपके हर आदमी के दिमाग में राहुल जी के साथ है कि राहुल जी के खिलाफ है, उनके जो दिमाग में एक ही सवाल है, क्या राहुल जी का संसद पद वापस आएगा? आएगा तो कैसे आएगा? ये सवाल बार बार मीडिया पूछ रही है और मीडिया आम आदमी को बताना चाहती है। तो मैं आपको बता दूं, एज अ लॉयर, एज अ कांग्रेस लीडर, अभी जो बाकी रह गया वो यही सवाल है कि राहुल जी को सांसद पद वापस देना है कि नहीं देना है, कन्विक्शन को सस्पेंड करना है कि नहीं करना, दोषित को पर स्टे देना है नहीं दे। वो जो एप्लीकेशन है उस पर हमारे वकील ने बताया कि साहब हमारी सुनवाई आज ही कर लो। कोर्ट ने तो आज सुन ही नहीं सकती थी। आज कोई कंप्लेनेंट का, फरियादी का वकील हाजिर नहीं था, फरियादी नहीं थे, तो कोर्ट ने नोटिस किया है फरियादी को, कंप्लेनेंट को नोटिस दिए। बताया गया है कि 13 तारीख को इसकी सुनवाई होगी। 10 तारीख तक फरियादी को जो भी हलफनामा दाखिल करना है, जो भी जवाब देना है, जो रिप्लाई करना है नोटिस एप्लीकेशन, उसका टाइम 10 तारीख तक दिया गया है। और 13 तारीख को अभी राहुल जी का सांसद पद वापस आएगा कि नहीं आएगा उसकी सुनवाई होगी।
13 तारीख को हम मान सके, 13 तारीख को जब सुनवाई होगी उसके बाद पता चलेगा कि वो सभ्य रहेंगे या नहीं रहेंगे।
उसके बाद पता, मतलब एक कोर्ट नहीं करे, एक कोर्ट तो फाइनल जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक मैटर जाएगी तब पता चलेगा कि उसके पर रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा। पता नहीं कहाँ अटकेगा। मान लो कि कल ग्रांट हो गया तो फरियादी नहीं जाएगा, उसकी क्या गारंटी है? कोई गारंटी नहीं है। वो फरियादी जा सकता है हाई कोर्ट में, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट जा सकते हैं। मान लो कि नहीं दिया गया है, सस्पेंशन नहीं किया, तो राहुल जी हाई कोर्ट जाएंगे, राहुल जी सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक जा सकते हैं। तो अभी कब होगा, क्या होगा, दैट इज $1 मिलियन क्वेश्चन।
अच्छा, कोर्ट के भीतर क्या हुआ? राहुल गांधी क्या टेंशन में थे या नर्वस नजर आ रहे थे? क्या हुआ कोर्ट के भीतर?
मैडम, नर्वस होने की बात ही नहीं, जब कुछ ने कोई गुनाह किया ही नहीं है। ये तो बनी बनाई घटना है। साबित ही नहीं हुआ कि राहुल जी कोर्ट वहाँ क्या बोले। हम सब मानते कि हम सब जानते, चलो मान के चलो कि हम सब जानते क्या बोला, लेकिन ये तो कोर्ट है, एविडेंस की है। जब तक आप एविडेंस कोर्ट में रखोगे नहीं, साबित नहीं करोगे कि राहुल जी ने क्या बोला और बोलने की वजह क्या थी और उसका इरादा क्या था, तीनों चीज़ें देखनी पड़ती। जब डिफेमेशन आप कर रहे तो उसका वजह और इरादा दोनों देखना चाहिए। बार बार बताया जा रहा है मीडिया में, राहुल जी के जो खिलाफ लोग हैं उन लोगों को, मुझे किसी का नाम नहीं देना है, वो बता रहे हैं कि आपने मोदी के विरुद्ध में, मोदी सरनेम चोरों की क्यों है करके ओबीसी का अपमान किया है। तो मैं बताऊं कि इनमें 3 मोदी की जिक्र है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी की, ललित मोदी जी की और नीरव। तीनों में से 2 तो ओबीसी वाले है ही नहीं। और प्रधानमंत्री की बात आई तो उसको पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था कि क्या प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आपको ये कंप्लेंट करने के लिए बोला है, तो उसने तो मना किया। और मोदी कोई कास्ट नहीं है, मोदी सरनेम है। कास्ट और सरनेम में डिफरेंस है। सरनेम वाले, मोदी सरनेम वाले हर कास्ट में थे, बनिया में भी है, हिंदी स्पीकिंग एरिया में बहुत सारी ज्ञातियों में मोदी सरनेम है। यहाँ भी पारसे में भी मोदी है, यहाँ और बनिया में भी मोदी है। तो ये ओबीसी समाज की, मतलब पूर्णेश जी ओबीसी समाज के वो से अपने बता रहे, तो मेरी बेइज्जती हुई और मेरे समाज की बेइज्जती हुई, जो कहना है वो गलत है।
Okay, so those are the reactions coming in right now from Rahul's legal team. We're slipping into a very short break here on India Today. We're continuing getting you all the big political reactions, the big news break coming in from Surat in just a bit.
You are watching India Today.
Allu Arjun, who made a mark among the Hindi audiences with his impressive performance in Pushpa. And Prabhas, who broke into the big league with Bahubali in 2015 and retained the stature with its sequel in 2017. After India Today magazine released issue on July 15th featuring Pushpa star Allu Arjun, the cover titled South Swag, Prabhas fans dug up a 2017 India Today magazine cover titled Epic Blockbuster featuring the superstar, took snap of the same and while drawing comparison, called it more organic. Allu fans who were raving about the viral July issue cover were met with rebuttal from fans of superstar and Bahubali actor Prabhas. Meanwhile, his team claimed that Prabhas's PR team is deliberately reviving the older magazine issue as Allu's cover gains traction. For the unversed, both Prabhas and Allu Arjun created a respectable space for themselves in Indian cinema through their work.
Middle class.
Before Pushpa The Rise, Allu Arjun delivered a commercial hit, Ala Vaikuntapuram Allu. He's also gearing up for the sequel, Pushpa The Rule.
The great Vikramaditya.
Prabhas, on the other hand, was last seen in Radhe Shyam, which turned out to be a box office dud, and is all set to star in Salar, Adi Purush and Project K. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
There's been so much conversation today and in the weeks leading up to this event about artificial intelligence and how AI is changing workplaces at this moment and how it's changing our lives. Could you share with our audience here how you see the advent of the era of artificial intelligence change what you're doing at it?
Well, I think that it's a great opportunity for us because it's going to not only lead to a lot of automation, but it's going to lead to a lot of different kind of skills. And I think one thing that the tech industry does quite well is always looking at future technologies and future skills. And I think this one's coming faster than we can even blink.
So what's your message to your teammates, your executives, in terms of how you're preparing? And what do you think are the lessons that people sitting here watching you at this moment can learn in terms of living at a time when machines are smarter than women and men?
Well, I mean, we've always lived with technological inflections, right? And we would have been having this similar conversations. Obviously, there was no social media when the calculators came and people thought they wouldn't be able to do math. But we've come through that. Then the internet came and we thought, oh my God, you know, now kids will be using the internet all the time and they're not going to be learning in schools. I think we've learned to work with it. So I think even with the advent of AI, it's still early stage for use cases. But at least in our industry, I'm sure there will be a lot of applications and opportunities around it, perhaps a lot more of automation. But AI was built by humans. I think we'll be smarter than them and we'll figure out how to use it to our advantage.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
You are watching India Today.
Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal, and our top focus this evening is what's played out in the Surat Sessions Court. Some relief that's come Rahul Gandhi's way, but no stay on his conviction, which means that his disqualification as a Member of Parliament remains. That and the big show of strength by the Congress will be our top focus. Here are the headlines first. Rahul Gandhi's bail plea extended till 13th April. No stay on his conviction and defamation case. Rahul's disqualification still holds. Prime Minister Modi defends CBI over anti-corruption crackdown, tells CBI sleuths to not stop war against corruption despite what he calls a motivated attack from corrupt ecosystem.
से सीबीआई की जिम्मेदारी भ्रष्टाचार से देश को मुक्त करने की है। वहां सिर्फ एक विशेष इकोसिस्टम ही फलता फूलता है।
Bengal on edge after fresh violence. Stone pelting during a BJP yatra in Hooghly. Mamata Banerjee accuses BJP of dangabazi. Jaishankar schools the West on Rahul's disqualification. Says motor-mouthed West is a habitual offender. Anurag Thakur backs minister. Says international media won't decide India's direction.
Has a bad habit for a long time of commenting on other people. Okay, they somehow think it's some kind of God-given right, huh? and I think they will have to learn.
And massive Mughal purge by NCERT removes chapters of Mughals from class 12 syllabus. let's begin by rounding up for you all the updates that have come in from the Surat Sessions Court. Some relief that's come disqualified Congress MP Rahul Gandhi's way. The Surat Court has granted bail to Rahul. This is in the defamation case. So the bail for Rahul stays till April 13th. Along with that, Rahul Gandhi's applications with regards to a stay of conviction and suspension of sentence, the court has agreed to hear. There will be no stay on conviction for now. His sentence, however, has been suspended till the court comes out with its final verdict on his appeal. Now, Congress bigwigs, all of them had gathered at this big show of strength along with Rahul Gandhi, who turned up there in this bus along with his sister Priyanka Gandhi and other senior topmost Congress leaders. The chief ministers of Rajasthan, of Himachal, all of them were in Surat to welcome Rahul Gandhi and to show that they stand with him. Congress workers also gathered outside the Sessions Court in Surat, all of this in support of Rahul Gandhi.
कन्विक्शन है, उसकी जो स्टे एप्लीकेशन है वो अगर ग्रांट होगी तो फिर वहाँ पे ऊपर कुछ होगा, लेकिन वो 13 तारीख को है। 13 तारीख को अब उनकी जो कन्विक्शन है उनको स्टे करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, उस पर दलील होगी दोनों पक्ष से। फिर कोर्ट अपना ऑर्डर सुनवाएगी और अगर कोर्ट कन्विक्शन स्टे करती है तो फिर उनकी सदस्यता के मामले में आगे कार्रवाई हो सकती है।
लोअर कोर्ट ने जो कन्विक्शन का ऑर्डर दिया है वो ऑर्डर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट ने स्टे कर दिया है और उनका जो बेल है ग्रांट कर दिया है। और जो गवर्नमेंट पिल्डर है उनको जो नोटिस निकालना होता है वो 13 अप्रैल को नोटिस निकाला है। अभी अगली जो सुनवाई होगी वो 13 तारीख को होगी।
13 अप्रैल को होगी या 3 मई को?
13 अप्रैल को होगी।
13 अप्रैल को जमानत पे सुनवाई होगी?
नहीं, जमानत तो स्टे मिल गया है। अभी लोअर कोर्ट ने जो
यानी रेगुलर बेल मिल
गया है, लोअर कोर्ट ने जो ऑर्डर दिया है वो सही दिया है गलत दिया है, उसकी अब सुनवाई होगी डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में।
अच्छा, फिलहाल के लिए स्टे है, तो क्या राहुल गांधी को अपनी संसदीय सदस्यता वापस मिल सकती है या इसको लेकर अभी कुछ नहीं कह सकते?
अभी ऐसे तो लोअर कोर्ट ने जब सजा सुनाई थी वही दिन स्टे मिल गया था ऑर्डर पे, तो संसद सभ्य तो जाना ही नहीं चाहिए। फिर भी क्या हुआ है वो हमारी लीगल टीम आगे बताएंगे। ऐसे ऑर्डर स्टे ही है पहले से ही।
बताइए क्या कोर्ट ने कहा, आप लोगों की ओर से आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या कहा राहुल गांधी के वकील ने?
आज जो है वो उनकी बेल एप्लीकेशन थी, आज राहुल जी की बेल एप्लीकेशन और सेंटेंसिंग जो है उसको स्टे की एप्लीकेशन थी और कन्विक्शन स्टे की एप्लीकेशन भी थी। कोर्ट ने हमारी सुनवाई से एप्लीकेशन जो बेल एप्लीकेशन है वो मंजूर की है, 15,000 के उनके बेल मंजूर किए हैं और जो सेंटेंसिंग है उसको स्टे किया है। उनकी जो कन्विक्शन की जो एप्लीकेशन है स्टे के लिए उसको 13 डेट को पोस्ट किया है और 13 को उसकी सुनवाई होगी। 13 तारीख को राहुल गांधी जी को हाजिर रखने की मनाही की है कि वो नहीं आएंगे तो चलेगा।
सर 3 मई को क्या होगा फिर कोर्ट के?
3 मई अभी कुछ नहीं, 3 मई तो रेगुलर जो अपील है उसकी तारीख है, लेकिन आई एम नॉट श्योर कि उन्होंने 3 मई का तारीख दिया है। अभी फिलहाल नेक्स्ट 13 को कार्यवाही होगी।
13 को क्या होगा, क्या आर्ग्यूमेंट होगी, कोर्ट किसे किसे नोटिस इश्यू करेगा?
13 को जो कन्विक्शन का स्टे है जिनकी वजह से उनका सफाजत कैंसिल हुआ है, तो कन्विक्शन की जो स्टे की एप्लीकेशन है वो 13 को चलेगी और उसके पहले यानी शायद 10 तारीख के आसपास कोर्ट ने कहा है कि जो फरियादी है उनकी तरफ से जवाब रख दिया जाए तो हमको भी प्रिपरेशन में थोड़ी आसानी रहेगी और 13 को दोनों पार्टी की सुनवाई होगी।
सर लेकिन जिस तरीके से कानूनी प्रक्रिया काफ़ी लंबी चलती है तो वैसे में आपकी ओर से कोई कुछ खास कहा गया है कोर्ट को कि जल्दी से जल्दी इसकी प्रक्रिया खत्म?
कोई डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का उनका जो मामला है इसलिए ही हमने कहा कि डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन का जो मामला है इसीलिए ये कन्विक्शन की जो स्टे एप्लीकेशन है वो ज़रूरी है और इसीलिए उसको रखवाया है और 13 को वो रहेगा। उसके बाद उसके ऊपर जो सुनवाई होगी और जो फैसला होगा उसके बाद उनके सभासद का जो है वो निर्णय होगा।
सॉलिडारिटी में उनके साथ खड़े हैं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास से जो उल जलूल का बयान आ रहा है, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ जब बाबरी मस्जिद और तो सारी पार्टी क्यों गई थी कोर्ट? अरुण जेटली जी ने जब मानहानि का दावा किया था केजरीवाल जी पर तो सारी पार्टी क्यों गई थी कोर्ट? असलियत ये है कि हर बार अगर हमारे नेता के साथ कुछ होगा तो हम सब आपको खड़े नजर आएंगे।
Tactic is to delay it as much as possible because what they ultimately wanted was this 2-year conviction so that he cannot be in parliament. I mean, a relief you can say in that sense, but definitely not. This is a fight which Rahul ji is conducting for the country. I'd say this is a fight for all of us. No, but do you think that this warranted a criminal defamation case? This could easily have been handled as a civil defamation case. I mean, there are a lot of other statements that have been made which are much worse. If everybody starts filing criminal defamation cases like this, what's going to happen? It set a very wrong precedent. And to give a maximum sentence like this, I mean, it could have been a fine, it could have been a 6-month sentence just to kind of, show, okay, fine, this is not approved.
You have to take your political henchmen alongside. Is this not an attempt to say that the courts are not free and fair and therefore you need to take your political mandali along? Secondly, is this not an attempt to intimidate the court system? And thirdly, what is the sense of entitlement that Rahul Gandhi walks around with? Was there such a response given even for other leaders of the Congress party when they were convicted or when they had a court proceeding? What is so special about Rahul Gandhi from any other citizen or convict of this country? Do citizens get an opportunity to take 200, 300, 500 people and then they say, as if it is their birthright to take 500 people into a court to file an appeal? I was hearing the statements of the Congress spokesperson, the most voluble spokesperson. Is this an attempt to intimidate? This is the most shameless display. Do you not have faith in the court system? And this is shameless display. First you wear black clothes and you do duragra against the OBC Samaj. You do duragra against the court system. You go and ask for foreign invasion or foreign intervention, into your country. And now you have this kind of approach when there's a court proceeding. It is most despicable, and it is a display of entitlement and a display of responsibility for the court system.
Let me take this across right now to Saurabh Vakhtania, who's joining us live from Surat, getting us all the latest updates from the Sessions Court. Saurabh, just wrap up for us, really. What are the takeaways from the hearing in the Sessions Court earlier today?
So let me tell you, Akshita, that there were total 3 applications were put up by the Rahul Gandhi side inside this particular Sessions Court, and to cut out all the confusion on India Today, we will be speaking to Hiral Panwala, who is the advocate for Rahul Gandhi, and Hiral, please explain our viewers, because there is a lot of confusion on the dates and about the appeals which were made. So how many applications have been filed and what are those applications?
See, one appeal has been filed, and along with the main appeal, 2 applications were filed. One for the stay of sentence and bail application, which was heard today, and they have been granted. So Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail and his sentence has been stayed. So the one more application is about the stay of conviction.
Stay on conviction
yes.
Because of the disqualification.
Yes. So that is going to be heard on 13th of April.
So basically what has happened is that the 30-day suspension on the conviction, that does not exist, because now the appeal is made in the Sessions Court, and now the bail will be till the pendency of this particular case. That is clear?
True. Correct. Okay. That's correct.
So what is the second application which was accepted?
As I said, it was for the stay of conviction. So on the upcoming date of 13th April, our legal team will argue on the point of stay of conviction. The conviction should be stayed. That is our main application.
So for that, notices have been issued, because Purnesh Modi side will have to respond in that particular case?
Yes, the notice has been issued, and the court has orally said that his reply should come on record by 10th of this April, so that arguments can proceed on 13th.
Ma'am, will it be a lengthy process, because disqualification has already happened? He's been asked to vacate his bungalow by 22nd of the April. So 13th is the next date for the stay on conviction. So how lengthy is, just to get an idea of it?
See, this is definitely one point. So we had asked for the short date, and the court was pleased to grant us a date or next date on 13th. Now let's see how the proceeding goes on and how the hearing happens. We hope to do our best.
So the stay on conviction, that particular hearing is going to happen on 13th. So for that, Rahul Gandhi has to be present. What is about?
No, his personal presence is not required, as he has been granted bail, and the court has said that his appearance will not be necessary. So he cannot remain present.
Okay. And the regular hearing on the appeal in the Sessions Court, that will go on on the date of 3rd May.
Definitely, yes.
So Akshita, that was Hiral Panwala clearly getting all the confusion out, clearly saying that the appeal which has been made against the lower court at this particular Sessions Court, now that case will be going on a regular hearing that will continue from May 3, and Rahul Gandhi has got bail till the pendency of this particular hearing. That means Akshita, that till the time the case which will go on inside the Sessions Court, he will be on bail, and most importantly, let me tell you, the stay on conviction, the most important part on which Rahul Gandhi got disqualified. Disqualification happened. That particular hearing will be now happening on 13th of April.
All right, so we'll track all the latest on that. Thanks, Saurabh, for rounding up those updates for us of what really played out in court. All right, let's focus right now on what's happening in West Bengal. The state remains tense days after clashes broke out on Ram Navami. The BJP is on a warpath a day after its yatra in Hooghly was targeted by stone pelters and arsonists. A BJP march to Hooghly led by top leaders of the Bengal unit was stalled by the police, which led to a sit-in dharna by party workers. The main opposition blamed Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for the unrest, accused her of pursuing politics of appeasement, of appeasing Muslims and turning a deaf ear to Hindus. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, meanwhile, has hit back at the BJP, calling them right-mongers. She is warned that BJP will, in fact, trigger this type of situation, but it will not be tolerated in Bengal. The Calcutta High Court hearing a PIL asked the state government to submit a report on the clashes along with CCTV and videos by Wednesday.
बिमान घोष जी, अभी हमें थोड़ा बताइए, आप क्या अभी भी अस्पताल में हैं? आपकी कैसी तबीयत है? हमें सुनने में आया कि आपको भी इंजरीज हुआ है।
हाँ, कल जो शोभा यात्रा निकले थे हुगली का रिसरा में, उस रिसरा में शोभा यात्रा निकलने के बाद खत्म होने का टाइम में एक मोहल्ला से ये पत्थरबाजी हुआ था, बम बिक रहा था। ये शोभा यात्रा में जिस लोग कार्यकर्ता थे उधर सभी के ऊपर पत्थर गिर चुका था। हमारा ऊपर भी पत्थर लग गया, हमारा लेफ्ट यार्ड में। तो पत्थर लगने के बाद वह काफी सारे जो मिছিল में राम भक्त थे उसका ऊपर अटैक हुआ। 10 से 11 आदमी घायल हो गया है। अभी तक वहाँ पर जो सनातनी कल्चर का जो भाई लोग मिছিল में गया था उसके ऊपर टॉर्चर हो रहा है। पुलिस का कोई ये इसलिए कोई मूवमेंट भी नहीं है। पुलिस नजदीक भी थे, कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया। अभी तक उधर का परिस्थिति अच्छे नहीं है। 144 जारी कर दिया है।
पर इशारा थोप रहे हैं।
डॉक्टर चटर्जी कह रही थी कल कि मुसलमान तलवार लेकर हिंदुओं के घर के बाहर गए और जितने भी अरेस्ट हुए वो सारे हिंदू है, मुसलमानों को कोई भी अरेस्ट नहीं किया गया है। तो जो हिंदू मुस्लिम का जो एंगल अब निकल कर आ रहा है,
कल देखिए साफ है। जो देखिए आप वीडियो चल रहा है उसमें लुंगी या टोपी में ही लोग अटैक कर रहे हैं। जो झंडा लिए हुए भगवा झंडा दूर खड़े हैं या तो भाग रहे हैं, निहत्ते थे, निशस्त्र उत्सव में आए थे, उनको भगाया जा रहा है। और केवल मस्जिद के सामने से ही, मस्जिद पाड़ा से ही अटैक होता है बार बार। मैं बीच में खड़ा था, मेरे आंखों के सामने सब कुछ हुआ, किस प्रकार डर के लोग भाग रहे थे, बच्चे महिलाएं। बहुत बड़ा हादसा होने वाला था और बार बार जगह जगह हो रहा है। सरकार को सब मालूम होते हुए भी हो रहा है। क्यों सरकार व्यवस्था नहीं लेती है? और उसी हिंदुओं का ऊपर, हिंदू जब इकट्ठा हो रहे थे प्रतिरोध करने के लिए, उन्हीं के ऊपर टीयर गैस फेंक रहा था पुलिस, उनको भगाया जा रहा था। जहाँ से आक्रमण हो रहा था वहाँ जाने की हिम्मत नहीं रहती हो।
দাদা দেশভর একটা ইনক্লুসিভ সরকারের কথা বলা হচ্ছে, ইনক্লুসিভ ব্যান্ডেটের কথা বলা হচ্ছে। তাই জন্য বাংলাতেও 13টা সিটে মাইনরিটি ডমিনেটেড সিটে আউটরিচ করা হচ্ছে। সেরকম পরিস্থিতিতে যেরকম ভাবে স্টেটমেন্ট আসছে মানে অ্যান্টি মাইনরিটি, মনে হচ্ছে আপনার যে এটা সেন্ট্রালের যে ভিউ সেটার সাথে আগেনস্টে যাচ্ছে?
দেখুন, আজ যেভাবে মুসলিম সমাজকে খেপিয়ে দিয়ে গন্ডগোল করানো হচ্ছে তাতে তারাই টার্গেট হবে। এই রাজনীতিকদের হাতে তারা খেলনা হয়ে গিয়ে এই ধরনের ঘটনা ঘটছে। কিছু সামান্য লোক, তার জন্য মুসলিম সমাজও বদনাম হচ্ছে এবং মুসলিম সমাজকেও পরে এর জন্য দায়ভার নিতে হবে। আজ দেশের যখন উন্নয়ন হচ্ছে, দেশের উন্নতি হচ্ছে, গরিব হিসাবে সবাই তার সুযোগ পাচ্ছেন নরেন্দ্র মোদী সরকারের। তার মধ্যে কিছু লোককে খেপিয়ে দিয়ে এই উন্নয়নকে বাধিত করে ভারতবর্ষের ইমেজকে খারাপ করার একটা চক্রান্ত চলছে। কিছু লোক তার শিকার হয়ে এতে অংশগ্রহণ করছে।
ममता बनर्जी हार चुका था, मुसलमान वोट उसको नहीं मिला, इसलिए मुसलमान वोट को एक साथ करने के लिए, मुसलमान लोगों को खुश करने के लिए उन्होंने पूरा खुल्लम खुल्ला छोड़ दिया है। सिर्फ रामनवमी नहीं, दुर्गा पूजा, विसर्जन, सरस्वती पूजा में भी हिंदुओं का शोभा यात्रा में अटैक होता है। और उन्होंने खुद बोल रहे हैं कि रमजान महीनों में मुसलमान लोग कुछ नहीं करते, अच्छा काम करते, कि अच्छा काम का ये निदर्शन है।
हजारों लोग जुलूस में चल रहे थे, गाजे बाजे के साथ शोभा यात्रा ऐसा होता है, प्रति वर्ष होता है। काफी साल से मैं भी जाता हूँ रिछड़ा, कभी कोई गड़बड़ नहीं हुई। इस बार मुझे लगा कि चारों तरफ से जैसा पथराव शुरू हुआ कि जानबूझ करके किया गया और सरकार का भी कहीं ना कहीं इसमें हाथ है। पुलिस क्या कर रहा था, हावड़ा में पुलिस के सामने सारा घटना हो रहा था, लूटा पीटा जा रहा था। यहाँ भी वही हुआ, पुलिस को ही अटक किया गया। हमको कौन रक्षा करेगा, पुलिस हम ही को भगाने लगे हैं।
বিজেপি এক পরিকল্পিতভাবে প্ররোচনা দিচ্ছে, উত্তেজনা ছড়াচ্ছে, হাঙ্গামা তৈরি করছে একটা নেতিবাচক ধারণা তৈরির জন্য, অস্থিরতা তৈরির জন্য। আমরা বিস্তারিত খবর নিচ্ছি। যে দলের হাতে প্রকাশ্যে রিভলভার নিয়ে রামনবমীর মিছিলে নাচানাচি হয়, তো সেই দলেরা দিলীপ বাবুর মুখে তো এই ধরনের ভাষা থাকেন।
We condemn the incidents of violence and arson which took place in the district of Hooghly. We are trying to restore the law and order in the area. The state government and the administration is looking into it. Nobody would be spared. The strict action will be taken and the matter is being addressed with total alacrity.
We're cutting across to a reaction coming in from Rahul Gandhi as he appeared in court just about an hour ago. Rahul Gandhi has now tweeted after he was granted bail. He says, "This is a fight to save democracy. This is a fight against Mitrakal. In the struggle, truth is my weapon and truth is my support." So this is essentially Rahul Gandhi sticking to the same stand that he took the last time around 11 days ago when he was convicted in this particular case. Once again, he's tweeted saying, "I will continue to speak the truth. The truth is my weapon. Truth is my support system." This is the message that's come in from Rahul Gandhi. He will no doubt be relieved with how things played out, considering that his sentence has been suspended. But having said that, the fight for a stay on the conviction is going to be a long drawn one. But Rahul Gandhi on Twitter, they're making it clear that he's going to continue to fight it out, calling this a fight to save democracy. So this is the big breaking news that's coming in. The first reaction from Rahul Gandhi after his court appearance earlier today, just about an hour ago. He was there for about 15 minutes at the Sessions Court after being granted bail and also the sentence being suspended. Rahul Gandhi now tweeting that truth is my weapon in this fight to save democracy. And with that news break, I'm slipping into a very short break here on India Today. We'll be right back with lots more news and updates.
You are watching India Today.
According to our prakritis, like people who are more high on air element or more on vata types, they need even more hydration than maybe a kapha person who's more high on water and earth element. And then we have pitta people who have more fire element in them. They need the most of hydration in this period. So to put it in simple words, I would just say that you just need some detox herbs, some detox teas that you can simply make in your kitchen on a regular basis. Like especially the people with very low weight and who are not very regular with their routines, who don't have a fixed meal times, they can keep their hydration in check by making a simple infusion which they can soak in the night, like a ginger decoction with adding some cumin to it and some mint leaves in the night, and they can take it in the morning. For them, taking a little warmer stuff will be much better for hydration than just a little colder one. Whereas for the pitta people, it will be better to go more with rose and cumin and fennel teas. They can even add some cucumber slices to your water infusion. And simple thing to do, just drink it in the morning once you get up, even before brushing. You can just divide it based on how you look. So there are 3 body types, which we can identify. Someone who's very lean and the body is generally very dry, more prone to constipation, doesn't follow a routine, is more of a vata kind of a person. And pitta people are more who are like medium weight, who are more fiery in nature, they tend to get more into short tempers, cannot tolerate heat for a long time. All this comes under pitta. And kapha are more, more stout, more heavy built, and more prone to cough and cold, and a little lethargic. Those sedentary and foodie types, they all come under the kapha. So this is just a generalization which I am giving. But when you meet an Ayurveda doctor for a Nadi Pariksha, it's a very, very deep and profound diagnosis by which you can not only just know your body type, but also how your behavior is, how your mind pattern is. And it does a lot, because in summers, many people tend to get, into anxiety. Many people tend to get more into anger, and many people tend to get more into depression. So these kinds, we can even identify through the Nadi Pariksha or the pulse diagnosis. But to know it in a much simpler way, you can do it by your body weights and your patterns of appetite.
Staying healthy in the summer involves knowing how to avoid sun poisoning and sunburn. Safe and healthy eating and drinking practices are included. We're telling you exactly what the most common mistakes in summers are and how you can avoid them. Though it may be tempting to enjoy the summer months outside, it's important to not overstay your welcome in the hot summer sun. Doing so can increase the risk of sunburn, sun poisoning, and skin cancer. Here are things you must keep in mind before you use a sunscreen. Adults should wear a sunscreen with no less than an SPF 15. Sunscreens should also be broad spectrum. This means they have the ability to protect against both ultraviolet A or UVA and ultraviolet B or UVB. UVA is what makes the skin age and UVB is what burns the skin. But if you do end up with a sunburn, do not use ice cubes. Sunburns can react to extreme cold. Do this instead. Putting a cold, damp towel on the skin for 10 to 15 minutes a few times each day. Applying a moisturizer with aloe vera or soy. Drinking extra water, leaving blisters alone. Sunglasses do much more than complement style during sunny days. Look for sunglasses that block out 99 to 100% of both UVA and UVB radiation. Lessen the risk of foodborne illnesses by keeping hands washed and cleaning prep surfaces and appliances. Cook and hold meats to their proper internal temperature as well. The anti-inflammatory properties of the following foods may act as a natural defense against the sun and sunburns. Berries, tomatoes, carrots, salad greens, fatty fish such as salmon, almond, green tea.
The diet which is high fiber diet and which have a high water content, for example green leafy vegetables, they have a high water content. You can eat watermelon in this summer. You can drink lot of fluids like coconut water is very important. Its potassium is a rich source of potassium. Potassium is very important for your muscles, and heat cramps most of the times when happen, it is all because of potassium and sodium loss from the body. So all these precautions you have to take this summer.
In New Delhi, Sneha Murdani for India Today.
fashion royalty. Global celebrities. Ambani Gala brings the world to India. Biggest showcase of Indian art and culture. This is the Bling Empire.
Hello and welcome. You're watching our special broadcast. I'm Dipali Patel, and in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to give you all a lowdown on the two back-to-back brand galas that took place at the Neeta Mukesh Ambani Cultural